Okay, everyone, we are just about in spring. I cannot wait. I feel like this was the longest winter ever. And I have my spring release ready to go. And it's, again, I see this every video probably. I think it's one of my favorites. But I have so much fun putting them together. And, although there are spring themes in here, you're going to be able to use this all year round. So that's always my main goal. Let me show you the sets real quick, and then I'll show you all the samples. I have a ton of samples because I really did have fun playing with this. So the first set is waves. So I put names on Post-its just to make it a little easier for everyone. And this one is kind of loosely based on the whole Hokusai waves, which I have right here actually. You know, the waves, those famous waves. I'm obsessed and I love doodling on waves. So I have this beautiful pattern of waves. And then I redid my big waves. So you get one big wave with some splashes, and then you get a smaller kind of printed wave. And I added like a little sand dollar starfish shape, and then I reincorporated this coral branch, which I had in a previous set called Organic Ocean that's been discontinued. I didn't want to get rid of this or the big wave because I like them so much and you can use them for so many things. I just scaled them a little bit down. This ended up being exactly the same size. So waves is the first set. And the next set is Storyteller. And this is a really fun set. My hands are a mess here. We've got a lot of spring themes. So, a little young lady with a little duckling, maybe a really interesting artsy bunny. We've got a, kind of Thumbelina character. And then this really cool snail that reminds me of the snail from The Never Ending Story, which if you're an 80s kid, then you know. And then some new trees. I love adding trees. These ones are a little bit more whimsical. And you have like a border branch. This is going to look really nice on your pages, and everything is big and open, so you have plenty of space to doodle. So Storyteller, because they just seem to have so much going on. And then the next set is Spring Garden, which is a street in Philly I used to drive on often when I was young. So this one has these two beautiful birds. I can't get enough of birds, so this release has a ton of birds. And then I really wanted to get some more garden themes back into the collection because I had one magical garden that, sold out and has been discontinued. So I wanted to redo and have some more garden themes. So I have lots of branches and blossoms. I have these lotuses, which are like my two favorite things to play with. So I'll show you about that. I even added like a dragonfly and a little snake. So just some really fun things to kind of add to your springy additions when you're playing around. So I am obsessed with the waves. So you have two different sizes. You can flip-flop them back and forth, but I just used all the bits from the set, like the little star, and I just did it 3 times and I made this little vignette. So these are really fun. You could just add a person to this, which I've been doing, like creating these little vignettes. It could be really fun. So these are going to be fun to play with, and you can use them in all the ways that I often do. So I have some of the garden bits here, They are all wet. So that's how eager I was to get this video done. I did them in acrylic and filled them in with some brownish watercolor, and then I did glitter on them to just give them a nice look, but they're still drying, so I can't really play with them. And some of the blooms are really fun, like these clusters. They make great collage paper, and the lotuses. So it is fun to go through if you find like a bloom that you love, you can go through and just kind of, instead of stamping, stencil them onto paper. I love making collage papers when I do samples for collections of stamps. And I just wanted to show you these because the fun thing about creating all the stencils is trying to make sure everything goes together. So, you know, I have released some of these animals. I think these were from the winter collection. This was maybe from last summer or the spring. And the snake, this is a tree from my nature study collection. And just look how nice everything comes together. I mean, you really can create a story. So I just thought that was so cool. So I just wanted to show you how well everything works together, you know, super, super cute. And I did all the florals just on one big piece of paper because I didn't even have time to cut them out. But they're so fun. These are all just watercolor play. And I was just kind of playing with all the different colors of my paints and just trying to get them on a sheet, and then I'll cut them out and use them later. But just, there's so much fun, beautiful stuff in this collection. I'm really excited about it. Here are all the small samples, and it's all mixed up because I've been doing photographs. But these lotuses are so fun. So these I just traced on watercolor paper, and I traced them with the micron, and then I added watercolors and doodles, and they just come out so pretty. So I love, love, love the lotuses. I think it might be my favorite thing of the whole collection. And then here's another one. And then the snails are so fun to add faces to and play around with them. I just love these snails. They're so cute. So I thought these are really cool. And I love adding like a little feature to their face. Here are some of the birds. So this one is just like a little robin kind of bird. Super, super cute. Can do all kinds of things. But this bird looks fabulous with this lotus. Look at that. When you add the lotus to the bird, it's got this like insane hat that looks so cute. It looks like it goes together. So I've been gluing those together quite a bit. I just think it looks fabulous. So I love this little bird. And then of course, just this Thumbelina character. I can't really get enough of her. I just, so fun. And, you know, she's designed in such a way where her face is open. If you're not confident with your faces, you can do the typical faces that I do with the 3 crescents and just play with it with the Stabilo, or you could just leave it blank. It'll still look really nice. And then here, you know, with these, most often with the people stencils, I am tracing those with a pencil, watercolor, and then I go through with the pens and kind of flesh it out, make it look a little bit more illustrated. Love those. And then I have this young lady here. She's very 1950s inspired for sure. Like her outfit, she looks young, kind of Eastery for sure, but definitely spring. So she's another fun paper doll to have in the collection. And then here's some more of this crane. I love this crane. I can't stop making him. He is my favorite, or her, however it goes. Just so cute. So cute. I love how these turned out. And then I have this bunny, which I don't know if it's because I have boys or what, but after I made it, I was like, you know, it kind of reminds me of Pokemon. I mean, it's different, but it's kind of does remind me of that. So it has this little frond and some doodles, but you can always choose not to do those when you trace your template, and then add lines for writing or stenciling some words. And, you know, as you can see, you know how bunnies multiply. So there's a lot here. I had so much fun with these. Love the bunnies. And then I did some little sample books. So here are the swans in this little bifold. And that beautiful girl, she's holding the lotus. And here's the little bird with the lotus flower. I just think it's so cute. I am losing light, so I apologize. I know the light's changing a little bit. You may not notice, but I notice. I'm trying to do this right before dinner. Here's the lotus again with the tree from the nature study set. And then here she is flying over the trees. I just love it. And, you know, these are part of the wave set, and you know, it's supposed to be coral, but these look great as spooky trees if you do them as in black, or desert-like trees if you do them with watercolor. They can really be anything. So I really love this branch, and I'm so excited I have it on a 6x6 now, because I was in a bigger stencil and blah blah blah. And then I've got the wave back here, not that you can see it, but they do make like a nice textured background. And I've got the crane standing in the lotus. I can't get enough of those. Here's the wave again with the really sweet snail and the little girl. And the bunny, his face came out really dark in the watercolors. I got a little heavy-handed. And then I made this kind of, it's supposed to be an S, but it looks a little bit more like a bowl. And I have the bird in there, but just so fun. I love making these little books, because then, you know, I have them to remind myself. So I'm going to put this away. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I did gardening today, so you might catch me sneezing a little bit. It was warm, and so we did some gardening. All right, so I have some of these in my new journal. I've got, this is my new monochrome Jaya journals. So the idea is that everything is black, white, browns, kind of very monochromatic. So I haven't worked like this before, and it's really fun. So I have the Thumbelina girl here. I love her with the little lotus. I've got the crane and the snail. Super cute. I'm just trying to see. Oh, okay. And then in here, I've got the bird. I love how this little vignette came out. The little bird with the lotus. And here she is. I love this one where she's holding the moon, and there's a big moon. These are the, I think they're called moon faces from Dina Wakley. They're part of her new collection, which I had to get. And then here are the waves. So I just started playing with this today, but I love this spread. How you can kind of move the waves in different patterns and add them. And I just think it came out so beautiful. So here's another page. And then lastly, I've been sneaking peeks of this stuff here. I've got the Thumbelina on here and that crane, because I just can't get enough of him. And then the bird. These are mixed with some of my older art foamies and rubber moon stamps. And then here's the girl again. And I always try to do a sample of what it looks like just in acrylic, because so often I tend to trace through the templates on watercolor paper, Here I just did acrylic and added some watercolors. And then I had the waves on this page. So these are the sets, and they're super, super fun. And I cannot wait to see what you guys do with them. We've got Waves, Storyteller, and Secret Garden. So I think it's going to make for a fun spring for sure. Everybody's going to have fun playing with these. And you'll be seeing tons more on my Instagram. So I'll be sharing lots of these. And I can't wait to see what you come up with. So please tag me on Instagram. I love to see your art and share it in my stories.